Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, or welcome in if you're new. Thank y'all for being here so much. Happy last week of August 2024. We are going to look at the grace cards for our weekly reading this week. I'm going to pull 3 cards that's going to span it starts about the 25th, 26th of August into the end of the month through maybe the 1st of September, but be ready. The energies could not be more polar. So for this week, my inspiration is telling me that this week is going to be about kind of more of what we've had for the last week, which is contemplation, going inward, figuring out what we really, really want in life, because this is going to be really important, because at the beginning of September, we're rolling into a new moon right off the bat, and that is the energy of September, especially starting at the very beginning. It is like hit the ground running energy, okay? So it's going to be completely different. So my best advice is for us all to take advantage of the continued retrograde action, which is also going to change midweek this week, but it will pick up steam toward the 1st of September. So let's take advantage of the energy that we're in right now to contemplate, realign ourselves, reassess everything, look at all the details, make sure that our hearts and our heads are in alignment. There's a lot of moon energy this week, and the moon is that contemplative kind of vibe. It can be about what's hidden from us, but I really don't think that it's from that outside source. I think if there's anything hidden from us in a big way, we are doing that. We're hiding it from ourselves. So it's really important right now to kind of go within. Let's get started. I did pre-shuffle our grace card deck. I'm going to pull our first card now, and this is going to cover the energies of 24 to 48 hours from this reading, or properly it's going to be the 25th, 26th, and 27th. I guess I'll post this on the 25th. So let's look at Monday, Tuesday proper if you are in the United States. For everybody else, it's the 26th and the 27th. And like I said, somewhere around midweek, yay, Mercury stations and goes direct. But it's going to take a second for us to catch up with that, okay? So all right, here's our first card. Love, 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 love. And we are being reminded about this again. Support. Support. Expect help. A divine power more magnificent than anything else that exists on the planet is ready to support our every move all the time. It's about feeling it. It's about seeing it. It's about acknowledging it. It's about believing in it. Okay? And you got to believe in it to see it. That's the way it really goes. And I promise you, nature on Earth has its own system of support. It's an intrinsic, divine setup of support, nature to nature. But we are also being supported by that nature, and we are also being supported by guidance. But the problem with us is that we're so grounded in our 3D reality that it's kind of hard sometimes to reach outside of that and see the magic of life. But the support that we get on a regular basis is immense. And if somehow you can tap into that, tap into your gratitude for that, you open up doors, you open up possibilities and opportunities that otherwise wouldn't come your way. Okay, so in the next couple of days, please try to remember that you are being supported. And even if things aren't materializing like you want them to, or like you thought they should, or like you planned for them to, please be patient with the process, because Source has got a divine measure brewing for every one of us. And sometimes it doesn't look like our vision of what it should look like, but promise you, as long as you hold your faith, as long as you believe in yourself and your journey, as long as you believe that you've got support, then you got it, okay? And even if it doesn't look like the little picture you drew in your daily, if you hold on to the true vision of your aspiration, keep your heart and your head together. Don't want something with your heart and then doubt it with your head. That's what that means. If we can kind of keep these two in synchronicity, these other things that pop up outside of the realm of what we drew up for ourselves, they're going to make more sense to us. It's not going to be that black and white, cut and dried. This is what I wanted. I didn't get it, so everything else is shit kind of vibe. Because it ain't like that, y'all. It just ain't like that. So 24 to 48 hours, or if you are in the vicinity of the United States, this is Monday and Tuesday of this week. That is the 25th and the 25th, 26th, 27th. The 26th and 27th are technically Monday and Tuesday on the Julian for this area. So yeah. All right, let's go to our second card. This is going to be midweek. This is going to address the energies of how things are going to be for us when, first of all, Mercury goes direct. It's the crescendo of the week. You know, we're going to be spilling out of August. There's just a whole lot of rosy going on again. Okay, but I just want to touch on this again. Spirit is coming in and saying, just hammer the point of, we got a few more blessed days to really do our own homework, do our own, self-analyzation, connect with our wise self in here, and really make sure that the things that we want, that we think we want and we need in our world are really what we need. We still won't always know that because we don't know all of the attachments that come with these things we think we need and we want in our world. But at least try and get yourself on your own page, pretty much. Okay, now let's go ahead and, okay, y'all, I don't normally get a pop out, but we just got one, so I'm taking it. Hallelujah. Imagination. Oh my, imagination. Okay, life's difficulties are a call to consciousness. Heads up. Grace-inspired events that challenge us to reach beyond our limited thinking, because we do that. I mean, we touched on this last week. I think it was last week. It could have been the week before. I don't know. But we are being reminded right now that think outside the box. That's your best bet midweek. If something comes up, it's not cut and dried. It's not this or that. There's a myriad of possibilities to every single situation if we'll open our own doors of perception. If we will believe, hello kitty, in the system of support that's coming up for us, and not be locked down into our own vision of what we think we want, we need in our world. If we can open our minds, open our hearts, allow grace to come in and co-create our lives with us, because divinity knows best. Okay, we don't know all of what can be going on. We don't know all of the ramifications to the things that we think we want, we need. And wow, I mean, I had no agenda for this reading, but it seems like that's the focal point, is ignore reality. Ignore reality, especially if it ain't looking like something that you ordered. If it was on the menu, ordered it, and you got it, and it didn't look like what you ordered or what you thought you were going to get, just don't worry about that. Please don't overinvest in that. Use your imagination and think of the other positive possibilities that could come in for you. And that's about believing in yourself, believing in your journey, believing in the support that Source is sending your way. Okay, so 3 to 4 days out from this reading, which would be Wednesday, Thursday, properly, if you're in the vicinity of the United States, you might be prompted to understand that it's not a black and white system, that there are tons of shades of gray. There's lots of other colors on the color wheel. There's lots of other possibilities. There's a myriad of new opportunities for every situation we get into and every decision we make. Because of what pops up in our reality, it has ramifications for the future. I mean, we got the choice card last time. Every choice is be wise with your choices, because things come from our choices. But our choices don't have to be, the ones that are in the little lockbox that society gave us. There's a ton of other colors in the rainbow, all right? So use your imagination midweek so that you don't feel stuck in any type of situation that comes up for you, okay? All right, now we're going to move on, and I'm seeing like beautiful color synergy. These are Mercury colors if I ever saw it. Look at that. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And also a funny coincidence with Mercury and the Virgo tie-in, because we're going to have the tie-in it's going to be a Virgo new moon, which is an earth sign, and it's about it's kind of about clarity. I mean, it can bring about clarity, but it's sort of like that getting it done energy. It's like the day-to-day tasking. It's like just checking things off your list, that kind of get to business sort of energy. Okay, so with Mercury going direct and having that Virgo new moon, there's a big set of circumstance that allows us to really do some serious free thinking, throwing our stuff into the future, really thinking big, outside the box, like the imagination card is prompting us. Okay, all right, so I'm kind of curious to see what our last card's going to be. Now, this is going to be rolling up to the weekend if you're in the United States, in the vicinity of, it's going to be like Friday and Saturday, could roll into Sunday, which would, I think Sunday would be the 2nd, but I'm definitely, I don't know, psychically I'm picking up something right around the 1st of September, so watch that date, and I guess that would be Saturday if you're in our vicinity, or just the 1st of September. I think that hit the ground running energy is going to really be big for us. Okay, so let's get our 3rd card and just see what's going on. I think I made my coffee too strong. You know, I don't really measure anything when I cook, and I know that's like a no-no, especially when I bake. I'm like, no. But I've got a little whimsical with my coffee this morning, and I might need to have a marshmallow or something. I don't know. Okay, beautiful. Presence. And I love the color synergy. It's kind of tempering down that Mercury kind of color wheel. Give us a little coolness, a little softness, a little water energy. Okay, bring your mind into present moment time. Now is the only place to be. It's your point of power. It's your point of power. And the other spiritual note that I have about this upcoming week, the next 4 to 5 days, maybe 6 days, is that we're still in an eddy of sort of contemplating and reassessing things in our world and reassessing what our goals are. But there is like an action vibe to it too, but it's not like an outward expression of action. It's sort of like resolve. It's like getting to the core of what we really want, getting to the core of how we want to adjust our lives to start things in a more positive motion for the rest of the year, and sort of having a resolve around making that happen for ourselves. So in that way, it's kind of yangy. You know, the overarching theme for the week is sort of yin, sitting back, taking care of business, tending to ourselves, really going deep, looking at ourselves, looking at things, setting ourselves up for the big month of September. It's going to be gigantar. It's going to be gigantar, okay? And we got a couple of eclipses there too. So we're rolling into eclipse season. We get out of retrograde season. Oh, and by the way, through September, I think most of September, we at least have 4 planets in retrograde. So there's just a lot going on. And then I was watching a video that told me that said that it's such a rare occasion when the outer planets change signs, because they go really slow. And we actually, I believe, 4 outer planets are going to be changing signs, and I believe it's the next several weeks. I will do some homework and I will post. You know, I'm good for links so that you can go over and look at these things, because it matters. You know, this planetary thing, we are natural creatures. It's a natural system. We are connected with it, and it does affect us. And I think that's kind of something to really look at. So I'm going to go do some homework, and I will definitely I probably will post a couple of video links in the pinned comment section of this video, and maybe the next couple of videos, certainly the midweek check video. But I might also, on the community page, I might also share a couple of those videos. So you just go over to the community page and it's going to be right there for you, okay? Because I think this is kind of an important subject. It's something that's not going to happen again in our lifetimes. So, and it hasn't happened in our lifetime. So in that respect, it's a huge dealio. Okay, so presence. Bring your mind into present moment time. Right here, right now is the only place to be. It's the only place that you can create. And how do we create? With the way we feel. Not so much the way we think, indirectly the way we think. I mean, obviously the way we're thinking is contributing and sort of controlling the way that we feel. So in that way, that is connected. But the bottom line is it's the way we allow ourselves to feel that creates our future. And the only time, the only moment in our whole existence, it's not tomorrow when we do it, it's not casting out in our head about the future, and it's not going into our memory banks and remembering things. It's not from the past. None of that even exists anymore except with our attention. It's right now. It's all about your now moments. Okay, so be really, really mindful. 5 to 6 days out from this reading, try not to go too far out. Try to stay present and accounted for in your life, because apparently there are going to be things that Source might be showing us that's really valuable, that we can work with in those now moments to create something for our future. And I'm telling you this, it's a very jumbled set of circumstance. It's a very jumbled set of energies that are working right now, but we can ride all of it. We really can, okay? So in the next couple of days, just remember we are all being afforded that opportunity to continue to really look at things, get ourselves set up, make sure our parachute is packed properly, okay? Because again, in a couple of days, 5 to 6 days out from this reading, things are going to pick up, and they're going to pick up quickly. It's not going to be that slow pull back, getting us all ready, and we have plenty of time to get ready. That time is right now. The time to get ready is right now. Make some proactivity, put some proactive energy into what you think you want and you need in your world by really setting yourself into a stance of purposefulness, of I've decided this is what I want to go for. And remember, be flexible with all that stuff. Use your imagination, because even if you take a stance and you have a purpose and you've decided this is what I want to do, sometimes we get derailed. We think it's derailed. Sometimes we get redirected, which is always being protected. Sometimes it doesn't go our way, but as long as we're going, as long as we've got momentum, we got a wave to ride. Okay, but we might have to tap into our imaginations to realize that it may not have been the way that you wanted it to be, but it's going to be better for you. It's going to be for your best evolution on this planet if you will allow that vibe to co-create with you. If you won't dig in your heels and be stubborn and say, no, I wanted it like that, we got to step out of the terrible twos and get into the harmonious energies. Okay, so let's see. I'm pretty sure this is completely discombobulated. We got support, we had imagination, and we've got presence. So there's your beautiful cards due week, y'all. Now, first of the week, just remember you are being supported. So even if it doesn't look like you wanted it to, it's being spun up for your best evolution. Okay, so keep that vibe in mind. Try and keep that vibe high. Try not to overinvest in what you might feel as disappointment, because there's something much better being brewed for us. Okay, and toward the middle of the week, or 3 to 4 days out from this reading, we might be prompted to actually use our imagination so we don't get stuck in this disappointment thing. So we realize that there may be another way around. There may be another way to our goal, or maybe we're being shown something else. Okay? And sometimes it does take our imagination, because we kind of get stuck in our own agenda. We do. We do. But this is something that will serve you for the rest of your life. And a lot of us kind of put away our imaginative dexterity once we're grown up. We kind of fall in line with what society wants and how society tells us it's got to be. But that's not necessarily true. Okay. And toward the week, dial into right now. Don't set yourself up by falling into the visions of the past. Not for very long, y'all. Not 24 hours, Mr. Chris. Okay? And try not to cascade yourself into the future too much, because apparently the cards are telling us that there's something right here, right now that needs tending to. Something right here, right now that we can create if we dial in a little bit. Okay? And don't forget, right after all of this happens, right after we get through this energy, what? I was going to say all hell breaks. It's not true. It's just that hit the ground running energy will be all over us immediately come the 1st of September. Not trying to scare you, just trying to prepare you. Okay, y'all, I did pre-shuffle our oracle deck, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we got Come to Life. Hello, kitty. Is that not perfect? That's perfect. And it's number 43, so if that resonates with you, cool. And it's also number 7, which is a hierarchy number. And if it doesn't really resonate you got it anyway. So put it in your little search bar. It just takes 2 seconds. The spiritual meaning of 43, spiritual meaning of even 7. Okay, and just see what this card is trying to tell us right now. All right, I'm gonna pull right off the top of the deck, y'all. Oh my gosh, you can't even, I can't even with it. Y'all, in the world, not of the world. And what's that number? 34. We got the inverse, 34 and 43. That's very important. It reduces to 7. We're going to look up number 7. We're going to do that right now. In the world, not of the world. Yeah, just try and remember that. Okay? Yeah. You're in the world. But you don't have to be a participant in any of the energy that you find uncomfortable or erratic, or something that makes you tries to make you move you out of your strong core. Anything that really rubs you the wrong way. Okay, engage in it for a second to give it its actualization, but then look away. Get yourself in a mode where you start to focus more on what you really love, not what you don't love. Okay? If you're going to be in the world and be of the world, be of something that makes you joyous, because in those moments where you're feeling joy, you are creating more joy for your future. Okay? Number 7, synchronistic introspection, intuition couldn't be better for this week. I don't know why I showed you that. It's a mess. It's a mess. I have another book that I'm transposing it to, and it's just as messy as the first. Okay. So yeah, all right, there it is right there. Also, I'm going to include willpower to move forward. There you go. That's the reading in itself. And y'all, what I'm going to do, rather than take the time here to read the pages in the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck, love y'all. I'm going to post this card on the community page and the 2 pages of copy that come with it so that you can read this at your leisure. Okay? But this is amazing. 34 and 43. You can't make it up. We ain't got to make it up. We right here. Right? It's just beautiful. Okay, so let me just show you really quick. I'm going to put the bottom of the deck down, which was Come to Life. Giddy up. It's just about that time, all right? But when we come to life, we kind of need to know what we want to do, okay? And even if we get redirected, that's okay. Right now, kind of set yourself up with your own agenda. Go inward, figure it out. Figure out what's really important to you. Honestly important, not something that somebody else has prompted you to value, something that you value, okay? The agenda in your world that you want to have. That doesn't mean you're going to be able to step into it immediately. You may have to do a little homework. You may have to set yourself up in your 3D world, but know where you want to go, okay? All right, so here's our weekly reading, and here's our oracle card. I know, it's so pretty. The colors are masterful. It's just masterful. And look at this, y'all. It's amazing. All of the artwork on these cards is amazing. It's the Sacred Rebels Oracle, and the director of this deck is Alana Fairchild. So hi, Alana. Your cards are fantastic, and the artwork is amazing. I forget the lady's name who does the artwork, but I'll mention that too on the community page when I post this. Okay, so that's your beautiful week ahead. Take advantage, because it's sort of an eddy. It's somewhere where we can kind of float a little bit longer before things start to get really active in our world, okay? Set yourself up with some good intentions, because even though the new moon is kind of like, what's it, like 7 days away, something like that, a whole week away, right now I'm feeling that we can start the action on our intentions, and it will be honored by this new moon system. So that's the whole point of the week, is to stay in that eddy, be comfortable, hold your koozie up out of the water, let the water go by, breathe into nature, watch the fluttering of the leaves, and decide where you want to be, where you want to go, how you want to proceed in your world, okay? Get yourself grounded in your own rhythm. And that was another card, that was another reminder that we had last week was, look, go ahead and do what you got to do in your world, but we have to learn how to be autonomous. We have to learn how to get stuff done, but get stuff done according to our own garp. Okay? So that's very important. So this is all about you this week. Okay? So do that for yourself. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much, y'all. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And y'all, please share this video if you care to. I appreciate that so much. It really helps my channel. I appreciate all the shares. I get a lot of them, and I'm really, really grateful for that, for you. And I guess that's pretty much it. Did I ask you to hit the like button? Yeah, if you like the video, please hit the like button, because that always helps me in the view algorithm of YouTube. Hey, YouTube. So yeah, I guess that's it, girls and boys. Thank you again for being here, and I will see you soon.